Well, in the upcoming celebration of the 75th founding of the PRC, I'm happy to announce that the pair of pandas gifted to Hong Kong by the central authorities will arrive on the 26th of September, Thursday. They will become part of the Hong Kong family. After they have arrived, together with Ying Ying and Le, who have been here for quite some time, and their lovely twin cubs, there will be 6 pandas in Hong Kong. On the 1st of July, on the day of reunification, I announced that central authorities would gift a pair of pandas to Hong Kong. Then I visited Sichuan to see the pair of pandas, and in August, an agreement was signed by the China Conservation and Research Center for the giant panda and the Ocean Park. Today, the Secretary for Culture, Sports and Tourism will set off to Sichuan. He will attend a farewell at Dujiangyan. On the morning of Thursday, there will be a ceremony held at the Hong Kong airport to greet the pandas. The ceremony will be chaired by the Chief Secretary. The 2 pandas will be sent to the Ocean Park for quarantine. Both pandas are 5 years old. They are adults now. They are full of energy. The male is An, weighing about 130 kilograms. He's agile and energetic. The female is currently called Ke, weighing 100 kilograms. She loves to climb and has a very tender temperament. The Ocean Park and the Hong Kong SAR government have been making preparations to help the pandas adjust. Early on, the Ocean Park has sent staff members to go to the Dujiangyan base of giant pandas to make preparations. The preparations include learning about the habit of the pandas. The staff members also assisted in medical check of the pandas before they come to Hong Kong. To prepare for the bamboo leaves for the panda, the Ocean Park has already transported bamboo leaves planted in Guangdong to go to Dujiangyan base. The pandas will go through a 30-day quarantine at the Ocean Park. The process will be monitored by the Ocean Park and the AFCD. Afterwards, they need another 30 days to adjust to the new environment. Experts will conduct assessment as to when they will meet the general public. I hope that in the middle of October, the huge ceremony held by the Ocean Park and the government will be conducted. A number of activities have been planned to help the pandas adjust to the new environment and to meet the public. Arrangements will be made to tailor-make the new home of the panda. The 2 pandas will live in the Sichuan Center of the Hong Kong Jockey Club at the Ocean Park. Renovations has been conducted to, say for example, install frames for the pandas. Facilities will be enhanced. There will be devices to make snow. The flooring will be improved. I have been following these arrangements. In the Sunday past, I visited the Ocean Park to see these new facilities to make sure that they will be comfortable for the pandas. I see that the special team at the Ocean Park has been professional and efficient. I thank them. The general public can also participate as well. The CSTB, together with the Ocean Park and the Tourism Commission, have launched a series of publicity campaign and activities to welcome the 2 pandas. There will be a naming competition here in Hong Kong. That's one of the activities that we've had in the past. There will be a naming activity in October by the CSTB. Members of the public are encouraged to come up with new names for the 2 pandas. The Bureau will also hold a drawing competition. You're asked to make drawings of the lovely pandas. Details will be announced by the Bureau later. Apart from the 2 competitions, a number of large-scale activities and events will join. There will be features of panda, say the Lantern Festival, the drone shows, and the special edition of the Symphony of Lights for the celebration of the National Day will feature elements of panda. District bodies, together with Yau Chim Wang, Sham Shui Po district offices, have started from the beginning of this month series of activities to welcome panda. The District Council of the Southern District has also organized activities featuring pandas. We welcome more of these activities. To enable members of the public to access relevant information, there will be a dedicated website of the pandas under Discover Hong Kong. The website of the Ocean Park will also update and add a dedicated website of the panda. Business opportunities will be created as well. There will be merchandise and features of pandas in celebratory activities. Hong Kong Post in December will launch a new edition of stamps. The CSTB, the Ocean Park, together with various organizations, will create business opportunities for different sectors. I'm aware that some shopping malls have already put out decorations of pandas. They are for photo taking. The catering industry has also come up with ideas incorporating pandas. I asked the different quarters to seize the opportunity to launch various products and merchandise to make good use of the opportunity. Once again, I thank the central authorities for showing care of love to Hong Kong by gifting the 2 lovely and energetic pandas to Hong Kong. I'd also like to thank the various sectors, including the Ocean Park. The Ocean Park is in charge of making preparations and taking care of the panda. I would also like to thank the Jockey Club for the charity donation to enhance the facilities of the pandas. I would like to thank the Cathay Pacific for sponsoring the flight of the pandas from Chengdu to the Ocean Park. Like everyone here, I'm also concerned about the health of the new cubs. You'll find the latest information on the dedicated website of the Ocean Park of the 2 cubs. We see that they are growing fast. Hairs have grown, and you see the black and white fur on the cubs. I hope that they will meet the public as soon as possible. I've asked the Ocean Park to closely liaise with the experts and seek their advice so that the 2 cubs can meet the public at the beginning of next year. I believe that it will be a good time to have a naming competition when the two cubs look more and act more like pandas. Now the floor's open. When you're named, please tell us your media outlet and don't ask more than 2 questions.
The lady over there, please. I'm from Now TV. Last Friday, you met with Mr. Cha Baolong. What did you two talk about? During the meeting, did Mr. Cha talk about his concerns about Hong Kong? Also, I'd like to talk about the case of Mr. Chan King-sang involving a motion of thanks to the stabler. According to the news, you have issued a certificate. Is it that you had learned about the court case, that's why you issued the certificate, telling the public that this case involves national security? Last Friday, Mr. Cha Baolong met with me in Beijing, and he listened to my work report. Mr. Cha Baolong is very familiar with the situation in Hong Kong, and he is concerned about the government's leadership. I thank Mr. Cha for his recognition of our work. I also thank him for encouraging us and giving us directions. He said that we need clear visions on leadership and that we need reform measures so that we can achieve new results and new heights. Mr. Cha also said that he hoped that different sectors, especially the business sectors as well as the entrepreneurs in Hong Kong, can work together to seize opportunities and that they can work to pursue economic growth and development. He hopes that we can convert our love for our country and Hong Kong into solid acts so that we can help Hong Kong to move from stability to prosperity. I thank Mr. Cha for his recognition and that I thank him for his directions on the reform measures we should roll out. My vision for Hong Kong's reform is that we have to take into consideration Hong Kong's condition. We have to make a judgment on what kind of reform measures we need and under what circumstances we have to move from 0 to 1. We have to plug the loopholes and shortcomings. We have to distinguish what kind of reform measures would benefit us and what kind of measures we have to step up and reinforce. As we launch reforms, we have to take into account our system. We have to seize the immediate and long-term opportunities. We also have to take into consideration the micro and macro situations. As we roll out reform, we should not damage the regional strengths we have. Mr. Cha also said that the different sectors, especially the business sector as well as the entrepreneurs in Hong Kong, should convert their love for Hong Kong and our country into concrete actions so that we can help Hong Kong move from stability to prosperity. I understand Mr. Cha's concern. As he continues to encourage the SAR government, he asked me to lead Hong Kong, especially the business sector as well as the entrepreneurs in Hong Kong, to take concrete actions to promote the development of Hong Kong. This is the shared responsibility of the government as well as the community. Entrepreneurs as well as the business sectors are not bystanders, they are the beneficiaries as well as the participants of our city. The SAR government would continue to work hard and promote changes and unite the community to promote the development of Hong Kong so that we can move from stability to prosperity. In relation to the court case that's ongoing, the case is now under legal proceedings, so it is not appropriate for the government to comment on the case. However, I want to stress on one thing. Any cases involving national security would be handled in accordance with the laws. We have to handle these cases stringently. Endangering national security is a serious crime. I here warn all of you not to attempt to violate any laws or legislations concerning national security. This is because we will handle all these cases in accordance with the laws. Any cases involving national security would be handled in accordance with the laws. We will stick to the legal procedures to process each of these cases. Next question. The lady there, dressed in black.
MP. So my first question is, as the SNSO has stated that the SCE has the power to issue a certificate to certify if the court case concerns national security. So yesterday the court has heard that you have issued such a certificate for the HKU Student Union Council case. So how many of such certificates have been issued in the past and what cases were involved? My second question is, a French photojournalist working for the Associated Press was denied entry to Hong Kong earlier this month. What are the reasons behind, and will it impact Hong Kong's image as an international city? Lastly, is there a time frame for Hong Kong to lift the ban on Japanese food imports after Beijing has agreed to lift the ban? Thank you.
The Chief Executive Certificate is issued in accordance with the law. It has been issued more than once, and it is issued whenever it is considered necessary. But all procedure for national security cases will be done in strict accordance with legal procedure and the relevant laws. But I want to repeat again, we will deal with national security offenses seriously, and we will enforce the law without hesitation, because national security offenses are serious. And I think we're doing this in the same way as what other jurisdictions are doing in connection with safeguarding national security. Regarding the issue of discharge of radioactive water from the Fukushima nuclear power plant into the sea, I'm aware that the relevant authorities of China and Japan have recently reached a consensus. And the consensus reads like this: the Japanese side will fulfill its obligation to avoid negative impacts on health and the environment, and will continue to carry out impact assessments on the marine environment and ecosystems. Japan will establish a long-term international monitoring arrangement under the framework of IAEA to ensure China's participation, independent sampling and monitoring, and inter-laboratory comparisons. The two sides will commence science-based dialogue in the interests of life and health and the ecological environment. After the implementation of the independent sampling and monitoring activities, China will, based on the scientific evidence, consider to adjust the relevant measures. The Hong Kong SAR government has all along accorded top priority to safeguard health and safety of the Hong Kong people. We emphasize on scientific evidence. We have contacted the Office of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the People's Republic of China in Hong Kong for more information, and have also contacted the Consul General of Japan for more details to ensure that the Hong Kong SAR government will have access to sufficient scientific data and evidence to consider any adjustment possibility.
好，喺度提問。知識三個女記者係。
The lady in purple. I'm from News. The first question is in relation to the National Day celebrations. Has Hong Kong made proper preparations to receive visitors? Say, for example, estimate of the number of incoming visitors, assessment of Hong Kong's capacities, as well as arrangements to help people leave. Say, for example, how to help mainland visitors go back to the mainland. Is everything prepared? Second question is in relation to the Kai Tak Sports Park. Works are expected to complete at the end of the year. Will there be various activities and events held at the park? What about supporting facilities? Say, for example, transportation arrangements for 50,000 people to leave. The Tuen Mun Mount Shan Line is unable to cope with that amount of passengers. The Golden Week of National Day is coming. We have attached a lot of importance on this day. We have organized about 400 celebratory activities. We have launched offers. We want for the whole of Hong Kong to enjoy it. We have half-price cinema tickets as well as different deals in shops and restaurants. We think that visitors will come to Hong Kong for the activities. We think that there will be about 1.15 million to 1.5 million visitors coming into Hong Kong, an increase by about 20%. We think that there will be about 850 organized tours coming to Hong Kong, an increase by about 10%. Most of the visitors will stay overnight for one night in Hong Kong. We heard from the Association of the F&B sector that over the Golden Week there will be a turnover about $280 million. This is a time for celebration for everyone. I hope that it will bring business opportunities and boost the revenue of various sectors. There will be a large number of visitors coming to Hong Kong, of course. We think it is a major issue. We have made preparations. In accordance with the upcoming festive days, the Chief Secretary has made arrangements by liaising with different departments, including law enforcement agencies, to start preparations. Under the leadership of the Chief Secretary, different departments, say for example, discipline services at border control points, and services to maintain law and order in the general community will be done properly. We want to ensure a pleasant experience for everyone. Transportation is important for us as well. There will be activities over the Golden Week. There will be a firework display on the National Day. We have made preparations for a large number of visitors. We ensure that there is sufficient manpower deployed at border control points. There will be sufficient capacity in public transportation. We also ensure that there will be efficient dissemination of information. The CS will ensure that different bureaus and departments will be fully prepared for the Golden Week so that everyone can enjoy without any worries of these activities. In relation to the Kai Tak Sports Park, at the end of 2024, we believe that the works will complete. The park will be commissioned at the beginning next year. Starting from November, there will be test runs. There will be drills. The CS has set up a cross-departmental task force to coordinate the preparation work. The task force has started its work. The work includes completion of the various activities and facilities of the park, how to maximize the benefit of the park, as well as transportation support and supporting facilities. We want to ensure that there will be a quality experience for all visitors using the park. We understand that about 50 bodies and companies have expressed an interest in hosting activities or operating at the park. On the 27th of August, I led a team of representatives, including the CS as well as members of the task force or the working group, to visit the park to learn about the progress of work, drills, and arrangements to help people leave the venue. I asked the working group to ensure that everything will go smoothly and as scheduled. I asked all parties to pay attention to the details and to enhance their contingency and response capability. Before the formal commissioning of the park, there will be drills and test runs. Adjustments will be made in accordance with the different contingency plans. Operation mode will be tweaked. All these are to make sure that everything will run smoothly. In the first quarter of next year, there will be a mega opening event. We expect a number of celebrities in the entertainment and sports sector from Hong Kong and from overseas staging performances at the park for Hong Kong people. I believe that the commissioning and operation of the park will create a synergy. Development of different sectors, say for example the sports as well as the entertainment sector, will benefit as well. I attach a lot of importance on preparation. So the cross-departmental working group under the leadership of the Chief Secretary will continue to work until the park is running smoothly. That means the working group will be in operation till 2025. I ask for a large number of drills to be conducted. The drills cover not just the number of participants, but on different aspects as well. Weather condition will be included in the drills as well. The purpose of the drills is to ensure that operators find areas that need improvement. In terms of evacuation as well as departure, we want to make sure that it will be done without any problems. Nearby, there are 2 MTR stations. They are within 15 minutes of walking distance. Based on past experience, we believe that the public transportation, including train services, is sufficient to help people leave the venue. They can take the train, they can take the bus, and other modes of transport. The drills will cover different segments, different areas. The police is experienced in this regard. When I visited the park, I spoke to the parties, including the commander of the district. We looked at different routes on different days under different weather conditions. We also look at expanding the transportation network. I want full preparations to be made to cater for different contingencies. The weather may change, and the situation may change as a result. Some people may want to seek shelter in the rain, and the arrangements will be different from a sunny day or a day when it's dry. So we want to ensure that there is the highest coefficient adopted in our tests. I believe that the experience of operators and law enforcement agencies will ensure that they have the ability to respond to the actual operation. That's the end of the press conference. Thank you.
Okay.
The speaker is off mic.
I think all entry into Hong Kong must be considered in accordance with the prevailing immigration policies and relevant laws. The Immigration Department is doing the same as all other immigration authorities are doing in other jurisdictions. That is, they will look at the entry's characteristics and examine the entry in accordance with the policy and the laws. I think individuals will be considered according to his own case. And we are doing it in no way different from other jurisdictions. Thank you.